Hello, I am back. Okay, I have unmuted the mic, so that's good. All right, let's get into this. Let me get my object loaded up here before I switch to Fusion 360. Da, 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 da. Come on, open up. All right, thing looks good. Wait. All right, cool. I have old notifications. All right, over to Fusion. Wow. Hey, look at that. Fusion didn't actually go dark before it changed. Okay, let me load up the model. And if this does what I think it will, then it will probably be weird when I load it in. Whee. I don't know how long I'm going to stream today. May just be for a little while because it's late for me. I will have to go to bed soon. So, all right. Ugly black bar on the screen. Run away. See if I can turn off. What is this? Yeah, whatever. I'll just leave it on. Man, taking a while to load. There we go. Coming in now. All right, let me close the sidebar. Get right into it. Let's see here. Ta-da! Hey, it actually came in correct for a change. See who is on. Broadcaster. Okay. All right. So here is the dome as it exists right now. Did a stream the other day during which I was going over all this stuff. Let's check it out here. All right. Since the last stream, I added a rear logic panel here. This is sized for some some optical fibers that I've got in recently. It's 1mm core, 2mm-ish outer diameter for the sheath. These holes are 1mm. Well, their radius is 0.7, so 1.4mm diameter. That's basically just for tolerance. So there's that. I added these panels on the rear. I don't know what else I did. Don't think I did it much else. Did a lot of recoloring of these. There. Acting weird. Did a lot of recoloring of the panels because they were all janky looking. These three panels right here. I'm thinking that I'm going to have basically flat and then straight up, like an inset sort of notch. Not completely inset at the top, but you know, you're going to do that. I'm going to need more panels and details on this back. For basically 180 degrees of the dome, there is no detail other than this logic panel here and the bottom row. And even the bottom row doesn't have a whole lot of detail, so we need to get some detail in there. And also there's some details in the you open this up. Some details. No, get off that screen. All right. On the neck there, as you can see, this thing right here. There's some details on there that I want to add. All right, things just keep appearing on the wrong screen. So let's get over here. Trying to find the reference image here. Come on, come on. My system is being all weird. Things are not actually loading correctly. Oh, hang on. And bring in the full-fledged concept art. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in on this thing. All right. Now, you can see there's a bunch of details down here. Here, all this stuff right here. And some little fiddly bits in here. I need to add those. I'm still strongly inclined to remodel this hollow projector here, but I don't know if I'm going to or not. There's a dent sort of thing, like a circular indent right here. I don't know if I'm going to do that because, well, basically it'll just be a pain to model. But let's see. Yeah, those details on that neck, those look like the sort of thing that I need to get in here because this neck is way too plain. So let's on the bottom face here. All right, and pull up this sketch on the side. You can look at it over here. I am going to try turning off that concept. There we go. I'm going to turn that one off. I'm not referencing it right now. Okay, now back to my sketch here. Okay, it looks like over off to this side. That side? No, this side. There's a sort of rectangular panel right there. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a group for all of this nonsense. This is all for the, mostly all for the rear logic panel. I think some of those are actually for those 3 panels right there. Create a group for it though. Get that out of the way. So I can figure out what goes where. You notice, I think since the last stream, I went up 170 versions, or sorry, 100 versions on the model. A lot of that was building that this front logic right here. I also did some stuff with the radar eye and the front hollow, basically to give them an actual illumination, self-illumination. So when I do the renders, they actually are lit up. So anyway, that's some of the stuff that I've done. All right, let's make a new sketch, because one of the worst things is going back through here and trying to find the sketches that you use to make, you know, from a particular orientation or whatever. All right, I see the radar eye and all that stuff. Okay. If I'm looking at this correctly, it actually looks like it's pretty close to this angle rather than up here. So there's also some details towards the rear. Minimize that stuff. Some details towards the rear you can kind of see above the mouse pointer, or if I bring the picture back over, right here, this stuff. I see a couple of little bits in there. Right, but I'm gonna start with this panel because it'll be much simpler. So the way I usually do this is there's 2 ways. You can either pick an edge of the panel or pick the center of the panel. In this case, it's usually simpler to just pick the edge. I'm gonna just pick a line there. Actually, I'm gonna go all the way out. I'm gonna go roughly where I want the panel to start. All right, because that needs to be a construction line. Turn this body off for a moment. All right, now I'm just gonna make another line right there and make that collinear. So those two lines are collinear with each other. Now bring the bodies back. One's a bit too long. Let me look at this panel. All right, it goes actually pretty close to the edge. And it stops short of going all the way down. We'll check, we'll try right there. That looks okay. Now I need to decide and put a reference line here. Reference line. That's a construction line. Okay, so my reference line has the horizontal constraint. That's this thing here. This one does not. So I'm going to dimension the angle between the two. 14 degrees, how about 15 degrees just to be even. And get the bodies back. Okay, so now it's constrained. Try to get there. Trying to get this aligned with the parallel to the actual line. So what do we got? 20? Let's make this 20 millimeters. Like a good round number. All right, now I'm going to make a curved edge. The inner loop here. Doesn't look huge, but perspective could be an illusion here. We'll go with that. Let me redo it. All right. What? 12 degrees? Seems like a good number. It might be too narrow, but we'll find out. All right. I'll make this one linear with this. Okay. And then I'm going to make another curve. Bring to that point and aligned with that one. And join the two. So, all right. So between those two constraints, it's 12 degrees. Why isn't that one? Why aren't these two? Oh, I know why. Because they're not. This length is not specified. That's why. Just go for 80. Go for 80. There we go. All right, so now it's all fully constrained. Nice and simple. All right. I'm thinking maybe that this 15-degree angle is too small because I think, well, I think these little details right here are actually up front. You know, they're up fairly far up from the center line. So we'll see. All right. Boom, boom, boom. I need to actually look at them and see what they look like. Let's look. They just look like little bumps. Maybe a little bar across the top right here. And a couple little bumps. Something. Okay. Not something I need to actually transfer to the surface of this thing, as they're actually just raised details. So, what else is on here? There's the triangle panels. Triangle panels. Where would those go? Off to the sides. They're getting pretty close to the front, so I don't know. 10 degrees off center. You can just use the same sketch. This is our reference for vertical. I'm going to delete the right angle constraint because I don't want it merely at a right angle. I want it actually vertical. Make it a construction line. All right, now this one. Will be 80 millimeters. All right, enter. And that's also a construction line. And I need to specify this, so actually I think it's kind of lined up with this, so maybe 10 degrees. Yeah, 10 degrees seems like it might be right. Maybe 12 degrees. Okay, that's kind of where I chose 80 millimeters here, in case you're wondering, because it's the same distance this curve is from the bottom of this neck part. So let's see. Yeah, I need to actually get my reference over here where I can see it. Guess I'll just do a curve because it is on a curved surface. Not sure if that'll look right. Maybe 8 degrees. 8. And then get some lines. And what angle does that look like? Maybe 30 degrees? Maybe 3 millimeters? 4 millimeters. Okay. Zoom in here. All right. 30 degrees. That's not really what I meant. All right, let's get rid of this and put this angle here perpendicular to this one. Maybe it is not 30 degrees. 40 degrees? Sure. All right, let's go with this one. It is 4 millimeters. Not at that angle, I think. Zoom in. That's the angle I want. X and E. No. 4 millimeters. Okay, you. Go with 40 degrees. All right. Now I can do a curve here to here. No problem. Move this angle, move this angle, move this dimension, that dimension. There. Not sure that shape is actually symmetrical. Is. Could be. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, next comes circular pattern. And we're gonna do this one, this one. I'm not entirely sure why that is not fully constrained. I think it should be. Center point is there. We want 2 and an angle. Not that angle. Not 180 degrees. Why did you go up to 5? I said 2. 2. Yeah, I think the dragging is actually increasing the distance. Dragging the wrong handle. About 15? 12? Those are way too far apart. These two things. These two things are way too far apart. 20 degrees. 15 degrees. Okay. Going. All right. 15 degrees. Okay. Hmm. 20 degrees here. And 20 degrees here. Snarl. 2 pieces. 20 degrees. Come on, jerk. Thank you. All right. I mean, there's some fiddly bits right under the chin here. I'm not entirely sure what those are. What those are supposed to look like. There's also another panel here. I can make that. Mm-hmm. 80. I want all of these panels to have a sort of consistent distance above the edge of this neck. Going with 80, which I probably should make a parameter at some point, but I have a lot of parameters in this model. All right, I do this all wonky like that just to prevent it from setting up a constraint of some sort. It likes to set up parallel constraints. Not the same thing as colinear. If I do it in line with this line, and if I don't, it tends to go for vertical. So that's why that is a thing. All right, I'm just gonna eyeball this one to some extent. That one's 12. Let's make this one 5. All right, and I could make this one here and go 5 as well. And then set the line actions like so. All right, that's the thing. I'm going to need more details all the way around this thing, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to do them today. As I said, I don't think I can stream for very long, but get that stuff going. Looks a little better. I think maybe this could be 20. Or even 30, honestly. 30. And I can move that one. Come on. Oh. You are annoying me. There we go. Edit circular pattern. Let me get this back over here so it can be seen. Alright, circular pattern is currently set to 20 degrees. Go back to 15. 2. Stop changing that. Ugh. Fusion likes to just do things on its own, and whether I tell it to or not. Okay. Let's find out here what's going on. Oh, hey. Welcome if you just joined the stream. I'm just modeling some details on this droid dome. Yeah, I've got to figure out how to do this detail. Kind of looking at that thing. I don't know what that is supposed to be. Here, have a look. I guess it's some sort of protruding bit and then like a panel, some sort of oblong thing. So that's fine. All right. Okay, stop sketch. All right. Now, how do we do this? Well, we use split face. Which is normally under the modify menu. And here's split face. I've just put it up here on the toolbar. All right, face to split. This one, splitting tool. Let me get my sketch back out. Because, again, Fusion doing things without me telling it to. Really kind of annoying. All right. This is my splitting tool. Yes? Yes. Good. Success. It works. Let's go with that. Okay. It could be a passable panel. Oh, can't extrude it. Here's an annoying thing. Can't extrude it. I can maybe press pull it sometimes, but it's a little wonky sometimes. So let's go with 0.2. 0.4. 0.4 would be the nozzle thickness on the printer. Not sure how well that'll show up. Go a little higher. 6. Maybe 2 lines. Yeah. 2. See how that looks. Does this look anything like my reference? Well, it's not nearly square enough for my reference. Same perspective here. Ish. Not nearly square enough. It needs to be like twice as big. So let's subtract about 12 from this, so it'll be 18. Make this 24. Like that. Have a look. Looks a little more square. Have a look here. Could be. Maybe 20 instead. 20. All right. Also 20. Okay, stop sketch there. Let's split the face again. This face with my sketch back again. All right, where's this thing? There it is. Okay, that is the vertical panel. Then one. Let's see how that looks. I can turn off sketch. check it out. Is it tall enough? Question. I guess it kind of does end halfway up. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. Triangles. Turn this back on. Put the face again and use triangle. Okay, see how this looks. Probably stand to be taller, I think. Look. Maybe a little taller. Maybe a lot taller. Well, it's not actually that bad. Especially given my dome dimensions are not exactly the same thing as the sketch, as the illustration, but let me change the sketch here. All right, let's go with 50 degrees. That's not gonna work, is it? Nope. All right, what is this one? Oops. B-1531. B-1531. Okay. Alternately, I could have set a constraint that makes them equal. Whatever. I have to wait for Fusion to decide what it's going to do. Right. This one 50. But now they're both 50. This dimension 1533, 32, so B-1532. Right, this one's going to be 5. All right. Top sketch. That may be more like it. Just a minor detail, so it really isn't that important, but I'll split the face and choose the other triangle right there. Okay. Let's take these two. Actually, I probably should do them one at a time. In fact, I have to do them one at a time. 0.4. And again, 0.4. Okay. This one, full 0.6. Again, same as this one over here. Cool. Got a couple of details. All right, let me save this version. Moment. All right. We are saved. Now the problem I have with adding details to this dome, if you looked at the original, original Spin Master Hero Droid dome, or honestly probably the real BB-8 dome or any of the replicas, you have details like little circles and little vent slot things on the dome, but in order to put those into the dome properly, I have to make tangents for sitting here holding my actual Spin Master dome, the one that's been dismantled for this thing. I'm sitting here holding it and looking at it, and basically I'd have to make tangent planes for the dome surface at whatever point I'm going to make a detail. Kind of like I had to do for this logic panel, which, see if I can find it. construction plane, and not that one, that one. Okay, this plane right here is tangent to this surface right here at this particular angle. If I could see it in cross section, then you would be able to see it. Same thing happened over here when I made the opening for the radar eye and the opening for the hollow eye. Basically had to make a tangent plane right there and a tangent plane right there. Same thing for the logic. Honestly, it just is kind of annoying to do it. Just in Fusion, because there's no real good tool, no real construction plane tool. There's a tangent plane. It doesn't really work. It works on cylinders like that or that. Cylindrical or conical face. Basically, it works on those, but it doesn't work on these sort of curved faces. But what I need is a construction plane, or a construction plane tool that generates a tangent plane at a particular point. So yeah, there's ways to do it, but it's not fun, and it generates a whole bunch of extra stuff down here. You have to choose an angle, then make a sketch, like make a plane, put a sketch on the plane, outline, project the geometry, make a tangent line at that point, etc. It's like a 7-step process or something like that, and it could be a lot more efficient. Right here it wouldn't be so hard. I could do point along path there. I could say, this point. Great, put it right there. And then, for example, plane tangent to face at point, or I could generate an axis or something like that. I don't know. It'd be not as hard, but I don't need that point. All right. Anyway, that's my complaining about Fusion's tangent, because this thing is basically a revolved curve. So let's see. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. I think I'm going to call stream, since there is actually nobody watching. Well, actually, no, there might be somebody watching. I don't know. Refresh chat. I can't tell. Stream Labs is lying to me. All right. Anyway, in any case, I'm getting tired, so going to call the stream for now, and see you next time. Oh, by the way, follow the Twitter, you can see right up here, if you wish to be notified of new streams, or just follow this channel. All right, bye.